Welcome to Excel Tips and tip number 13. In this tip we're going to have a quick look at row and column differences and finding out whether or not you can quickly, using your keyboard, see if there's any row or column differences on sets of data. So on the screen at the moment we have three tables of data, cost, revenue and the profit, and we're interested in looking at the total lines, which are the actual formulas within the area. So quickly highlighting just the first two columns, B and C, of the first table, we're going to use the function to check column differences. Now this is Control and the pipe key. The pipe is located between the backspace and the enter. You can see straight away when I press it, it comes up with no cells were found, which is great, which means those two formulas are consistent. However, we would like to try this across the entire row. When we do this again, Control pipe, you'll see the last cell in the row is highlighted, where the formula is actually different. It goes B7 to K7, which is across the row, rather than up the column, like in previous cells. Another quick way of doing this is Control tilde. The tilde key is the one left of the one. You'll be able to see that the formulas are consistent across the row until that last cell, where it changes. Press Control tilde to get it back to the numbers. So essentially we can test all the other cells in the row just in case there's another one. But we'll say Control pipe, and you'll see that there's no column differences found. Now theoretically, this should be the same formula structure down the row. So if we go down the row, and we select the next two and we say Control pipe, you see no cells are found. But we also want to check the rows here, and this is where you use Control Shift pipe, and this checks that the rows are not different. If, say, one of the rows was different, let's change this to 18 and 21, creating a circular reference. Sorry, I'll go the other direction, 16 and 19. You'll see when I go down, Control pipe will still work because the reference of B is still correct. But if I use Control Shift pipe, it will highlight the first two saying that they are the same, but the last one is not. So now if I say Control Shift pipe again, it will say no cells are found. Essentially, it's a very quick way to show you if there's any formula differences using rows or column differences using your keyboard. It's a very useful tool when you're using formula auditing. So is the Control tilde to be able to scroll between what's the actual formulas versus the actual numbers. That's all for tip number 13. Hopefully I've helped you speed up your formula review, and we'll see you next time.